Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. Here's your Chicago Business Today midday report. State lawmakers are back in Springfield today voting on a bill that gives tax breaks to Sears and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. The legislation is aimed at keeping the companies headquartered here in Illinois. A separate bill will provide tax breaks to low-income workers. Crain's Greg Hines reports on a few other interesting tax breaks in the bill, like a new $2 million annual credit to help lure pre-Broadway shows to Chicago. Together, Hines says the tax cuts amount to more than $300 million, not counting the 10 tax credits being extended. That's a far cry from the $800 million bill that was originally proposed. Well, College Illinois is suspending sales of new contracts for prepaid tuition. This follows a Crain's investigation earlier this year into questionable investments that also revealed the state had the greatest deficit of any program of its kind nationwide. The program's executive director was forced out, and its new leader tells Crain's in her first interview that next year the commission will make major changes to the program. Meanwhile, a new study finds that the $1.1 billion fund backing the college savings plan remains in a substantial hole. The report finds that as of March 31st, the fund was 30% short of what it needed to meet its long-term obligations. You can read more about this in this week's print edition of Crain's and at chicagobusiness.com. Chicago travelers will likely end up feeling the fallout from the American Airlines bankruptcy. Analysts say American could slash another 10 to 20% of its flying capacity in Chicago. Since 2007, the airline has cut about 15% of seats on planes that leave O'Hare Airport. And fewer seats mean higher ticket prices at O'Hare, where the average fare has climbed at about twice the national rate during the past 4 years. The cuts aren't expected until the second half of next year, and American right now isn't saying anything about where those cuts will be. And finally, a fast-growing Chicago startup is bringing in a Silicon Valley executive as its chief operating officer. Trunk Club named Rob Chesney of venture capital firm Greylock Partners to the post. Greylock is one of the investors behind the company's $11 million in recent funding. Trunk Club's workforce has almost quadrupled this year to 60 employees, and revenue has grown to about $5.5 million. Go to chicagobusiness.com/EIA for my recent profile on the company. And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more business headlines, be sure to stick with chicagobusiness.com and watch us for updates out of Springfield. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.